What's going on? It's your boy. Today I'm reacting to every single Drake diss in Kendrick Lamar's new album by Rap Lore. I will put his link in the description. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like my videos. So let's just go ahead and get into this. Again, Rap Lore, every single Drake diss in Kendrick Lamar's new album. Shit, I don't know about y'all, but I have been so invested in this shit. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I love hip hop, you know? But let's go ahead. Let's go.
Kendrick's new album just escalated the war with Drake to another level.
What does he want us to learn before the Super Bowl? It ain't this.
Y'all, it finally happened. After months of speculation, Kendrick Lamar finally dropped his much anticipated new project, GNX, on November 22nd of 2024.
Which that album was fucking fire. That shit like I still to this day play that. Mustard!
And in classic Kendrick fashion, the surprise release of GNX managed to shock the entire music industry. According
Yes,
to industry insider Brian Zazook, Kendrick's label Universal Music Group didn't even know the album was dropping. They found out the same morning as everybody else. Kendrick,
that boy is diabolical. Diabolical.
is clearly still on demon time. But GNX also represents a brand new chapter in Kendrick's landmark beef with Drake. After a heated summer, tensions seemed to cool off, only for Kendrick Lamar to add fuel to the fire with this new album. That's why we're doing an emergency deep dive session into GNX and the implication it has for the entire rap game. How is the album a continuation of Kendrick's historic Not Like Us victory lap? How many of GNX's 12 songs contain sneak disses towards Drake?
All of them.
Twitch is awesome, but getting 10 ads in 10 minutes is not. Here's the easiest way to get rid of Twitch ads for good. This is Pi, the fastest growing.
And what's the real
My bad.
reason behind Kendrick calling out his longtime idol Lil Wayne on the album's opening track? We've even done a thorough analysis of Drake's surprise legal petition targeting both Kendrick Lamar and Universal Music Group. Is Drake's legal team about to
By the way, Drake, I know you're not gonna watch this, but that was the biggest bitch move on any hip hop history, basically. Biggest bitch move. Let's go ahead. Let's get back into it.
expose Kendrick as a massive fraud, or is this just an act of pure desperation? Finally, we're gonna dig into the stunned reactions to GNX from all across the rap game and investigate those rumors that Kendrick may have more up his sleeve.
He does.
This is him being very current. We've never heard Kendrick in a moment like this.
What's crazy is that GNX is basically one big Not Like Us sequel. When Kendrick put out Not Like Us earlier this summer, it was instantaneously crowned as one of the greatest diss tracks of all time, shattering streaming records and debuting atop the Billboard Hot 100. But Not Like Us also cemented.
Which, by the way, let's talk about that. Not Like Us being number one on the Billboard for I don't know how many weeks. He just said, it's it's just diabolical, man. Fucking Kendrick, that boy's on demon time. Telling you, y'all don't want to be on Kendrick's bad side.
Kendrick's allegiance to the West Coast. Kendrick Lamar's public image has always been tied to LA culture, but Not Like Us took things even further. Since Not Like Us dropped, it's become LA's new unofficial anthem. Not only is the song produced by famed LA native Mustard, but some of the city's biggest names rallied on stage to the song during Kendrick's Juneteenth pop-out concert. I've already done an entire deep dive on what it meant for Kendrick to have all those different gang affiliations on stage together. The pop-out,
Which, by the way, that shit right there, where Kendrick united all the gangs, that's sick. I don't know how long these gangs have been fighting. You know, that's really commendable. Really commendable. I respect that shit. Let's continue.
Dropout was widely acclaimed for showcasing both LA's most storied rap legends and its rising underground talent. And Kendrick's new album GNX is a direct continuation of that same theme. While GNX features guest appearances from well-known artists like SZA and Roddy Ricch, it also puts a spotlight on rising, lesser-known LA stars like Dodie Six, Peso, Ass Chike, and Young Threat. GNX also has Kendrick doubling down on his
I like that he puts his artist, I haven't seen Drake do that. He puts on his artists, whether they're his artists or, just from the West Coast, he definitely, puts his artists up. And that's another commendable thing. I don't see Drake doing that shit. Do you? Let's continue.
history-making collaboration with Mustard. After their Not Like Us team-up picked up 5 Grammy nominations, it only made sense for Kendrick and Mustard to spin the block again. Mustard contributed production to 2 songs on GNX, Hey Now and TV Off. Kendrick's love for Mustard is pretty unmistakable on the album. On TV Off, you literally got Kendrick screaming Mustard on the track, and the moment was instantly iconic enough that it became a
Mustard!
TikTok trend.
Mustard! Let's go.
Mustard himself even hinted that Kendrick may have gifted him a brand new, instantly iconic producer tag. I thought the same thing when I heard that shit. But maybe the most direct connection to Not Like Us comes from the second track on the album. When Kendrick dropped the Not Like Us music video on July 4th, fans instantly went wild for an untitled snippet of new music that intros the actual video. That one snippet went viral on TikTok with fans begging Kendrick to drop the full song. And on GNX, Kendrick followed through by finally releasing Squabble Up as the album.
Squabble Up was one of my favorite songs on the album. TV Off. I did enjoy Hey Now. A lot of people don't like that one, but I thought it was pretty hilarious. Peekaboo was fucking insane. Oh my god. Let's continue.
Album's very first single.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need her, my babies.
But if you really want to know how GNX continues the Not Like Us legacy, you gotta break down all the secret Drake disses on the album.
Kendrick just comes in hot and doesn't let up for the whole album, basically.
Hell no.
Town Hall 17 and Clash of Clans is now available on both mobile.
While Kendrick never mentions Drake by name on GNX, there's plenty of references aimed at his arch nemesis. In fact, the intro track, Whacked Out Murals, is a cold-blooded rebuke to all the counter-narratives that have cropped up since Kendrick thrashed Drake this past summer. The title refers to an incident from September of 2024 when a Kendrick Lamar mural in Compton was vandalized, and footage surfaced of a tagger not only Xing out Kendrick's eyes, but also tagging Drake's label name, OVO. That incident definitely struck a chord because Kendrick wrote a whole song addressing the disrespect. In the song, Kendrick addresses all the people.
No disrespect to all the OVOs, but come on, man. Kendrick is basically, West Coast's hero, I would say. He's a hero. Ask me how. Put it in the comments. Let's go.
Who he claims are trying to undercut his legacy. He even declares, ain't no legends if my legends end, essentially declaring that if he isn't the pinnacle of greatest rappers ever, nobody is. On the same song, Kendrick implies that Drake allegedly tried to buy information on him by offering money to Kendrick's inner circle. But Kendrick also asserts that his reputation in LA is so solid that nobody on his team betrayed him, despite all the cash that Drake seemingly threw their way.
Promising bank transactions and even Bitcoin.
Kendrick also threw cold water on anyone advocating for him and Drake to piece it up and find reconciliation. Kendrick vowed to fans that he would never let the beef go and that he and Drake are enemies for life.
I never piece it up. That don't sit well with me. Before I take a truce, I'll take them to hell with me.
Kendrick went even further by claiming that Drake's alleged bribes could have had real-world consequences.
If that money got in the hands of a crash dummy, could jeopardize my family and burden the ones who love me.
These lines are saying that by allegedly offering money for info, Drake could have inspired someone to carry out violence against Kendrick or his loved ones. And that's part of the reason why Kendrick insists that peace just isn't in the cards. On the
And then you have all the shit that Top 5 is talking about. You have all the shit that Drake is doing. The whole incident with DeRozan at the Toronto Raptors game. The man is spiraling. Let's go.
Song Hey Now, Kendrick alludes to his victory over Drake when he brags about being the Black Noah who just strangled him a goat, clearly referring to himself as Noah from the Bible and claiming that he outright ended Drake's status as a so-called goat. But maybe the most savage and cutting Drake diss came from Kendrick's song The Heart Part 6. The Heart series is one of Kendrick's most well-known trademarks. His first song in the series, The Heart Part 1, was released in 2010, and Kendrick has traditionally released new songs in the series as a prelude to new projects. For example, Kendrick dropped The Heart Part 3 just days before.
Just the fact that Drake made The Heart Part 6 as a diss, that shows you that Drake, has his ear to what Kendrick actually does. But he doesn't really pay attention to he doesn't really pay attention to what the song is saying. Because if he were to pay attention, on the Heart Part 6, he said that Kendrick Lamar got, the R word. And in the story, he's not talking about him getting R word. He's talking about his mom. And the story that, if he were to pay attention to that, like the whole Heart Part 6 wouldn't, like, he wouldn't have done that. So let's go ahead, let's get it.
Good Kid, Mad City, and he used The Heart Part 4 to announce the release of his 2017 album, Damn. For years, Kendrick has used the Heart series as a calling card for his die-hard fans, but that was until Drake hijacked the entire thing. This summer, just a day after Kendrick released Not Like Us, Drake responded with a diss track of his own, The Heart Part 6. Not only did Drake steal the title of Kendrick's long-running series, but he also used it to imply that Kendrick was a victim of sexual abuse and stressed that, quote, Drake is not a name you gonna see on no sex offender list. But Drake's Heart Part 6 was widely mocked. It racked up over 1.5 million dislikes.
Let's talk about it. Your boy, Kendrick Lamar, wasn't talking about you being a pedo. I mean, he did say you like him young, but that doesn't mean that you're a pedo. It doesn't mean that you're a PDF file. It just means that, you like him young. Baca is the one with the weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified PDF file. He wasn't talking about you, Drake. He was talking about Baca. And if you would pay attention to the lyrics, you would actually know that. Let's get it.
On YouTube and was widely seen as Drake waving the white flag and tapping out of the battle. Despite all the negative reactions Drake received, fans speculated on how Kendrick might react. Would he skip over Part 6 in the next Heart series, or would he use the next installment to address Drake directly? And with GNX, we finally got an answer. Instead of acknowledging Drake's Heart hijacking, Kendrick straight up ignored him. Kendrick continued the series completely unbothered, using his own Heart Part 6 to reflect on his come up under his old label Top Dog Entertainment and how he's grown as an artist. While Kendrick's Heart Part 6 is a deeply personal song, the fact that he basically acted like Drake's version never existed was the ultimate power move. After thoroughly cooking Drake on Not Like Us, Kendrick has completely dismissed him as a worthy opponent. But while Kendrick avoiding addressing Drake directly on GNX, he didn't extend the same courtesy to Lil Wayne.
With what's happening right now, who else would you choose for the Super Bowl?
On Whacked Out Murals, Kendrick raps,
Used to bump the Carter 3, I held my rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down.
Kendrick's Lil Wayne call-out comes after months of drama regarding the upcoming Super Bowl 59 halftime show in New Orleans, Louisiana. Lil Wayne, who's a New Orleans native, was pretty much anticipated to be selected as the halftime show's headlining act. However, fans were surprised when the NFL announced that Kendrick Lamar would be anchoring the 2025 Super Bowl,
which, by the way, that was a really good decision. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Lil Wayne do a concert, but it's It ain't it. His music is pretty sick. His lyricism is pretty sick, but his concerts, it ain't it. Let's go ahead. Let's get it.
Essentially denying Lil Wayne a chance to perform in his hometown. In the aftermath of the halftime show announcement, Lil Wayne was vocal about how disappointed he was. He appeared on an Instagram Live on September 13th where he expressed how hurt he was over not being picked.
You know, I thought there was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. It broke me, and I'm just trying to put me back together.
On November 2nd, Wayne
Shit, let me know if you guys felt sorry for him. I didn't.
claimed that the Super Bowl slot was essentially stolen from him during a festival performance in New Orleans.
And I worked my ass off to get that position, and it was ripped away from me. But this motherfucker,
they never gave it to you, homie. They
I
never
have
gave
12
it to you.
emails, 30 messages, and a proposal due by
My
10.
bad.
How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same.
They can't take that, man. They can't take that from me.
Kendrick's bars on Whacked Out Murals sounds like a direct response to Lil Wayne's accusations that the halftime show was essentially stolen from him. But fans were split on if Kendrick was outright dissing Wayne or if he was just acknowledging the reality of the situation. The truth is that Kendrick has frequently cited Lil Wayne as one of his biggest career inspirations. In 2009, back when Kendrick Lamar was going by the name K-Dot, he released a mixtape called C4. The tape was a literal front-to-back tribute to Lil Wayne's iconic The Carter 3 album, from the cover art to Kendrick's freestyles over classic Lil Wayne tracks like a Milli. So when Kendrick said he used to bump The Carter 3 on GNX, he wasn't lying at all. The man basically remade Wayne's whole album because he loved it that much. In 2016, Kendrick expressed his admiration for Wayne in a really public way. Wayne sent out a series.
Like, comment, and subscribe on Rap Lore. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it.
Of early morning tweets where he seemed to announce his retirement from music. At that point in time, Wayne was prohibited from releasing music due to a feud with his label boss Birdman, and he expressed about how he was now defenseless and mentally defeated, and implied that he was leaving the rap game behind gracefully. In response, Kendrick posted a video of himself drunkenly rapping a bunch of classic Lil Wayne songs like Ridin' and Respect My Mind. In the video, Kendrick urged Wayne not to retire and also credited Wayne for inspiring his work ethic when it came to recording features for other artists.
That nigga, retire, quit, rap, whatever you want to call it. No, nigga, no, no, no!
In 2018, Wayne and Kendrick collaborated on Mona Lisa from Wayne's long-delayed album The Carter 5. The single was the highest charting song from the album and even notched a #2 debut on the Hot 100. Mona Lisa was a major passing of the torch moment. After looking up to Wayne for so long, Kendrick Lamar had landed on a double platinum single with one of his biggest idols. But while fans debated if Kendrick was actually dissing his former hero on Whacked Out Murals, Lil Wayne spoke about how unhappy he was about being mentioned. Just a day after GNX dropped,
Lil Wayne, he wasn't dissing you, bro. He wasn't. He was just he was disappointed that you were over here. You know, you didn't congratulate him, and you said that the Super Bowl got ripped out from you when it didn't. That's all he was saying. Let's go ahead.
Lil Wayne tweeted, "Man, what the fuck I do? I just be chilling and they still come for my head. Let's not take my kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all, no one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me. Love." It sounds a lot like Wayne took offense to Whacked Out Murals, and he's threatening to go to war with Kendrick if he takes it any further. But Wayne isn't the only rapper who reacted to being mentioned on GNX though.
They did what?
Which, by the way, okay, Lil Wayne, you are not a battle rapper. Do not go at Kendrick. Don't go at Kendrick. Don't go at Kendrick. That's all I gotta say. That's it. It's a wrap. Don't go at Kendrick. And the Snoop Dogg line was pretty funny too.
When? How? Are you sure?
On Whacked Out Murals, Kendrick also addresses his relationship to former West Coast legend Snoop Dogg.
Snoop posted tailor-made. I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it. It was only right for me to let it go.
This is a reference for Drake's diss track Tailor-Made Freestyle, where he used AI to mimic the voices of both Snoop and Tupac while attacking.
That was a bitch move, by the way. I didn't like the song because, you know, basically disrespecting Pac. Yeah, that's That ain't it. That ain't it. I don't like that AI shit. Like it's stupid. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people liked it. Let's get it.
And Kendrick. After the song dropped, Snoop posted Taylor Made to his IG page, which Kendrick clearly took personally. Given Kendrick's longtime allegiance to West Coast hip-hop, Snoop's seeming endorsement of Drake would be seen as a major violation. After being name-dropped, Uncle Snoop took to Twitter to clear up where he stands. Quote, "It was the edibles, West King." It sounds like Snoop doesn't want any smoke with Kendrick whatsoever. On that very same song, Kendrick took the opportunity to name another rap game OG, but under drastically different circumstances. Kendrick shouted out New York rapper Nas, rapping, "I already did an analysis on how the Kendrick halftime show announcement may have kickstarted a new civil war in hip-hop, and it's clear that Kendrick feels the same way." Kendrick not only acknowledged Nas's support of him, but he also doubled down on the song Man in the Garden by interpolating Nas's 2001 song One Mic. Nas acknowledged the tribute by saluting Kendrick on Instagram, "Always inspired by my brother KL, keeping the essence of the shit alive and at the forefront." Even the rappers who weren't mentioned on GNX chimed in to give their take on the album. Maryland rapper IDK endorsed the album, writing that if other rappers weren't matching Kendrick's intensity on GNX, that they shouldn't bother dropping new music. Russ also praised GNX, claiming that the album marked a progression in Kendrick's artistry. Even DJ Academics, who's known as one of Drake's closest allies in the streaming
Acky wacky.
world, had to acknowledge that Kendrick did his thing on GNX. Academics praised Kendrick for the balance he achieved on the album, and while he didn't think it was as groundbreaking as some of Kendrick's earlier work, he still shouted out Kendrick's hit-making abilities. And while Drake didn't react to the album directly, he did take the opportunity to address his beef with Kendrick. Drake appeared on a live stream with XQC where he made a not-so-veiled reference to his most famous enemy.
"We love all the talkers, all the crip walkers, man. We love you guys, man. It is what it is, man, you know?"
But Drake wasn't being totally anonymous. He also addressed fans and haters directly, bragging,
"I'm here, as you can see, fully intact, mind, body, and soul, in case you were wondering. You need facts to take me out. Fairy tales won't do it."
And
that man is spiraling. He's spiraling.
That sounds a lot like a rebuttal to the claims Kendrick made about him on Not Like Us. But what nobody was expecting is that Kendrick himself would react to Drake in real time. Kendrick associate Relly posted a screenshot of his text thread with Kendrick. In the text thread, Relly lets Kendrick know that Drake was talking shit, and Kendrick seemed pissed that Drake was mouthing off. Quote, "He trippin'?" It sounds a lot like Kendrick is still keeping a close eye on Drake's moves, and that he might be ready to clap back at a moment's notice. But Drake had something up his sleeve, because his legal team dropped a bombshell right in the middle of GNX's release weekend.
I'm not gonna say it. Bitch move. That's it. That's what it was. Bitch move.
It's been a crazy, insane, totally unhinged, past 72 hours.
On November 25th of 2024, Drake filed a pre-action petition targeting Universal Music Group. In the petition, Drake alleges that Kendrick's hit diss Not Like Us was actually boosted by a sophisticated network of bots that he claims were financed by UMG, which happens to be both Drake's label.
Oh, I've been waiting to talk about this. Maybe I'll make another video. Yeah, I'll make another video. Let's get it.
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
You don't know Monday.com? This is Monday.com.
Skip.
And the distributor of Kendrick's music. More specifically, Drake's lawyers allege that Spotify directed listeners to Not Like Us even if they were searching for unrelated content. They also claim that Siri would automatically reroute users to stream Not Like Us even if they were asked to listen to Drake songs. Ultimately, the petition claims that Not Like Us only broke so many records because of bots inflating the song's blockbuster numbers. lyrics. While the petition isn't technically a lawsuit, it does mean that Drake's legal team are taking steps to gather evidence and officially sue UMG in court. According to the filing, UMG refused to engage in Drake's accusations and even suggested that Drake sue Kendrick Lamar instead. However, just hours after Drake's pre-action petition was filed, UMG hit back with a blistering statement. They not only denied Drake's allegations, calling them offensive and untrue, but they also hit back by basically calling Drake's claims unhinged. Quote, "No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music that they want to hear." That's a pretty brutal response, especially when you acknowledge that Drake is still an artist signed to UMG. But that was not the end of it, because Drake decided to go back to back and hit UMG with another legal action. The very next day, Drake's team filed.
Alright, if you guys want to see the rest of the video, I'm going to put the link on the description. His name is Rap Lore. As you could tell, very, very informative on this whole Drake-Kendrick situation. This was a very informative video. This was your boy Jay. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And don't just like, comment, and subscribe to me. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this guy. Very informative. This was your boy Jay. Ya tú sabes.